Hey, it's Dave Ward. I'm just back from an amazing trip, a heli skiing trip that I go on every year with my brothers and my stepdad. And I'm just so blessed to have found this business we call Beachbody and have learned really what to do here, and then put the work in and did the work and made something that is truly amazing and allows me to go do some really crazy fun stuff. But I'm back to work, and I want to start my week off here with really teaching you guys some of the stuff that I learned. You know, again, as I said earlier, I'm really blessed not only just to find the business, but also to find some people who really taught me how to do it. When I came into this business, I was not a network marketer. I was a lawyer, and I was about 8 years into my law practice, and that's all I really knew how to do, you know, and there are some important skills there, and there's some stuff that carries over into what I do as a coach, but it's very different, and I needed to learn from people. And early on, most of the people who started this business were not network marketers. They were fitness guys. They were people who had done programs like, you know, our old friend P90X here, and were just fitness addicts. And Carl Deichler, the CEO, and John Congdon, the president, picked up the phone one day and asked us if we wanted to do this thing and be coaches. And a lot of us said yes, but we didn't know what we were doing. And so very early on, corporate hired a couple of guys to teach us how to be in network marketing and how to perfect sales skills, but also how to build a team. And that's really what I want to focus on today, is building a team. Those skills are not complicated things. I think actually they're pretty simple. The way I always like to put it is everything in our business is simple. It doesn't mean it's easy. Practicing law was not simple and it was not easy. This is simple, but it's not easy. It's going to challenge you. It's going to get you out of your comfort zone. You're going to have difficult conversations, even if they're only difficult for you. And it's one of those things that's really going to push you and drive you. And you're also going to have to go through some ups and downs. And I remember one of the things we were taught, and Jimmy Hayes Nelson and I, who you may know as the Coach Jimmy, Coach Jimmy and I put together a training program that we're going to do in Dallas on May 11th that is sold out, unfortunately. But we're going to talk this week about maybe doing another one because it's sold out in like 3 days, which is crazy. But we learned this thing that was called the game plan. We've taken it and updated it and changed some things and made it a little bit more relevant for the social media world and called it the Playbook. And one of the tenets and rules of the Playbook is be here a year from now. And really what be here a year from now means is you've got to stick around and let your business mature a little bit. Here's what I want to tell you. What I really want you to do is stick around for more than a year. What happens is people stick around for a year, then they see the potential. I remember my first year in this business, what I really wanted was a triathlon bike. Ultimately, this business became what saved my family from economic disaster when the bottom fell out of the real estate market in 2008, and the whole economy really. But really what I wanted was a triathlon bike. And then after I got the triathlon bike, I started to think, okay, well, I'm making this extra money now. I bought my bike. What am I going to do with this money? And I started putting this money into a college fund. At age 36, I really hadn't saved a dime for my kids' future. And I really started to take a look at that, right? One of the other things that is not surprisingly one of the rules in the Playbook is personal development. And I started taking a good hard look at me. And I wasn't very proud of what I saw. And one of the things that I was determined to change was to become a better father and to become a better provider for my family. And I spent that first year doing those things. You know, that triathlon bike was another sort of selfish thing that I did. And I recognized that and was able to make some changes and course correct. And throughout the rest of that first year, in the business, I just saved money for my kids' college fund. Well, once I had done that, I really was like, oh, wow, I could do way more with this business. And that's really what Be Here a Year from Now is all about. But I want to talk to you about more than a year. What I want to help you with is a 5-year plan. And this is something that was taught to us by these two guys that were hired to help us learn how to be network marketers and how to learn how to do this whole thing. And it's also something that my good friend Bob Lucido has taught a lot of people lately. And it's called the Power of 5. It's really a pretty simple concept, but I think people don't understand it in application. So I want to kind of go through the Power of 5, talk to you a little bit about kind of some of the nuances of it, and then help you develop more of a 5-year plan for your business. So here's what the Power of 5 is in a nutshell, right? Let's keep it simple. It's 5 years to find 5 people who are going to go 5-star. It's really that simple. 5 years, 5 people, 5-star. Developing 5 stars in your business. Now, I think sometimes people hear that and they get a little overwhelmed. Let me go through it with you and let me help you understand what I'm talking about and help you understand how longevity is your friend in this business. I think one of the big mistakes people make in this business is they want to make a lot of money really quickly. That's not what this business is. There are certain businesses where you can do that, and a lot of people, when they're not making the sort of, millions of dollars that they think they should be making in 2 years, they bug out and they go to another business because somebody promises them some fast cash. I'm not saying you can't make fast cash. I'm just saying that organizations like the FTC don't like network marketing companies like that, and they tend to take a good hard look at them. And there were a lot of people early on in Team Beachbody who jumped ship and they went to another company. Since then, most of them have moved on to other companies. And I don't know why that is the case exactly. I tend to think that that what they found was not the culture that they had here as Team Beachbody coaches. And they were maybe making good money, and maybe that money didn't last so long. I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm still with Team Beachbody after 9 years, and they're on to other companies now. So that tells me something about them and their companies that they went to, and me and my decision to stay here and really stick and stay and put this power of 5 into play. So let me talk to you about how things go early on in this business. So early on in this business, when you get going, that's just you, right? And then you bring a couple of people on who want to help you build this business. And they're not just people who want a discount on supplements. There are lots of people who sign up to get a discount on supplements. I'm talking about those couple of people you find that go, wow, I want to do this thing. I want to be really successful in this business. Those are your partners, right? They're not discount people, they're business partners. And you have to look at them and treat them that way. Once you find a couple of business partners, you start to build a team. Okay, and then you build that team and you keep building that team, and pretty soon you hit Diamond Coach. Now, what do? Well, your job is really to help your business partners now get to where you got. Success in this business is something that's kind of interesting to me, because here's how it works. If I do something, then I give you permission to do that thing. If I don't do that thing, in a way, I'm not giving you permission to do that thing. So if I never go diamond in my own personal business, what I'm telling you, that's just not an important thing. Same thing with Success Club. If I don't make Success Club, I'm really telling you it's not important to make Success Club. Okay, if I don't advance on the leadership ladder, I'm just telling you it's not important to advance on the leadership ladder. But if I do, and I make a big deal about it, or hopefully somebody else makes a big deal about it for me, because that's always better, right? Then that tells you, oh, that is important. I should do that. I'm going to set that as my personal goal, whether it's to just make Success Club, advance on the leadership ladder, become a diamond coach, or build a team. So once you start to build this team, right? Once you're a diamond, you're now building a team. Your job is to really help those people get to where you got. What that means is you have to work deep in your organization, okay? Too many people are only working with their personally sponsored coaches. This is a huge mistake. You should be more focused on the volume that's building in your organization than your individual rank. Rank can be important, but it's mainly important if you have volume running through your organization. Because if you've got enough volume running through your organization, eventually you're going to be capped. As a diamond coach, you can make a maximum of $2,000 a week in team cycle bonus. Okay, that doesn't include your own retail sales and club memberships and all that other stuff. But in team cycle bonus, which is really should be the foundation of your check, you can only make $2,000 a week. So at some point, you need to advance to 1 star in order to make $3,000, and 2 star to make $4,000, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so but you've got to have the volume there in order to get there. Too many people think I'll just advance to diamond and I'll do it with a bunch of people that I know who just want a discount on supplements. But then the volume isn't there and they're not really making money, and they go, oh, maybe I'll go do something else. That's not the deal here. The deal here is building a team that creates volume, okay? If you do that, you give other people permission to do the same thing and build their own team. So now when it's you and a couple of your business partners who may or may not be personally sponsored to you, again, you're working deep with their organization. So if somebody you sponsor only gets to Emerald, but they sponsor somebody who's a diamond, you're working with that diamond coach, okay? Because it's about volume, not just your own personal rank. Can they affect your own personal rank? Not unless that Emerald person quits and they come up to you. But you're not going to bet on that. What you're betting on is volume. So you work with those diamond coaches. You help those people build a team, right? Now, once you've got a couple of those people, now you're building an organization. I love the way Bob talks about this. I was watching this version of the video that Bob did the other day. And Bob was talking about how, in the beginning, it's you, and then you build a team, and then your team blows into organizations. An organization is a collection of teams. So once you've got a few people who are working the business, now you got an organization. And when I say working the business, I mean like independent, building their own team. They're building a diamond, They're building themselves to diamond and beyond. They understand they're trying to develop a culture. Maybe they come up with their own team page. They sort of branch out and do their own thing. That's when this thing goes from building a team to building an organization. And that's what you're really looking to do. So if you give yourself 5 years to find 5 people who are going to go 5-star. Now that's going to mean you're going to have to go 5-star, right? Because until you do it, you're not going to give permission to anybody else to go and do 5-star. You're betting on something that is just a lottery ticket. This business doesn't work like that. If you're waiting for other people below you to outwork you, you're crazy, okay? Let me just tell you right now, you're nuts. It's not how it works. Could you get lucky? Sure. I've seen it once or twice in the 9 years that I've been a part of this business, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Instead, you advance to 5-star, you inspire those people, and you give them this exact same plan that I'm giving you right now. 5 years, 5 people going 5-star. Now, you're probably thinking, my God, how am I going to find five of my personally sponsored coaches to go 5-star? See, that's the flawed logic that is tied to giving too much importance to rank, not enough importance to volume. The truth is, it doesn't matter whether those 5 people are personally sponsored to you or not. A couple of them probably need to be, okay, in order for you to be able to rank, advance, and take advantage of all the volume. 5 stars in your downline creates a tremendous amount of volume, whether they're personally sponsored to you or not. Okay, and for a lot of you guys who know me and who have seen me over the years, you know I'm talking to you all the time about work deep, work deep, work deep. This is why. This is why, again, to give you the scenario where you have an emerald coach who sponsors somebody who goes diamond, I'm working with that diamond coach because they generate a lot of volume and they have big dreams and they need my help to get where they want to go. So I'm working with that person and I'm trying to give them the idea of doing exactly what I just told you. 5 years, 5 people who go 5-star. If you can do that, you can build a huge organization that generates a lot of volume and will force you to then focus more on your own personal rank. You'll have to. You'll have to, because otherwise you're going to be getting capped. All right? So that's really the plan, and that's really the basis of the power of 5. It's getting 5 people to go 5-star in 5 years. If you can stick around for 5 years and be mindful of this is your plan, be intentional about it. Okay, have yourself a whiteboard where you write this stuff down, and when you find those people, whether they're personally sponsored to you or not, when you find those people who really want to go get it in this business and they have big dreams, work with them. I have had so much fun in this business working with people who are not personally sponsored to me, but are in my organization and need my help. It's one of the most fun things that I get to do in this business, but it's only because I went through this process. I started by myself, then I got a couple of people who wanted to build with me, and I worked with those people and I helped them build their own team. Then all of a sudden I had an organization. Within that organization, I was able to identify the people who had big dreams, who had big goals, and who really wanted to have tremendous success in this business. And then I worked with those people. All right, that, my friends, is the power of 5. I wish you all the best. Have a great day. I'm so glad to be home. Sleep in my own bed tonight, which was great. To sleep in my own bed last night was awesome. So that's it for now. If you have any questions about this, please post a comment below. If you found it helpful, please go ahead and share it with your teams or your people or anybody that you think might appreciate it. Greatly appreciate that again. And then just in a closing comment, I will be talking to Jimmy this week about whether we're going to do another one of these Playbook events like the one we're doing in Dallas. We just haven't had. A lot of people have asked me. A lot of people are trying to get on the wait list. The wait list is really long, so it's probably not going to happen at this point. And so sorry about that, but we need a bigger venue apparently. So that's a pleasant surprise, good problem to have. And we're going to talk this week about whether we're going to be doing another event and kind of how we're going to deal with all that. And we will let all of you know, of course, because we really value you and really value the network, which is why we take our time to film videos like this. So there you go. Power of 5. Have a fantastic day.